Everyone. Welcome to our final online collaborative multimodal lecture for the semester. Um, Congratulations to all of you on making it through the semester, particularly in this format as well. So this will be another little YouTube video. I'll try and make it as short as possible because I know that they're a little bit boring. I'm not very good with editing and doing fantastic things like in the psychology, crash course in psychology videos that you've seen that students really love. I want to thank you all for your ongoing patience and support through all of this as well. I really do appreciate all of that. Now, a couple of little things. I will be in touch with you. I'll make an announcement on Leo when your assessment task 2 results have been published online. Some of those lesson plans and even the teaching philosophies are just incredible. You should be really proud of yourselves for that. There's some really innovative, fantastic lesson ideas. There'll be a couple of you that I actually contact to ask if I can take those lesson plans and put them in your in the resource booklets, which you're welcome to say no to, of course, but there's some of them that are just sensational. You're about to go off on teaching round, some of you, so this lecture will be in 3 parts, really. The first part is looking at values education and the pre-service teacher. There's a reading that I want you guys to do and then some questions in your booklet about that. Following that, there won't be too many other questions in the booklet. It's quite a short booklet this week, which I'm sure you're very excited about, because mainly there's going to be another YouTube video in addition to this one, and again I'll try and keep it short, but it'll probably go for about 15 minutes, and that's just going to be me giving you some tips and tricks on what to expect during your practicum and how to make the most out of it. Because essentially it is, a 4 to 5 week job interview. It really is. The competition for teaching jobs is fierce in terms of what all of the universities are doing, are taking on, they're doubling their intake of students doing teaching courses. And we know that psychology in particular is not a compulsory subject, it's an elective subject, and so most schools will only have 1 or 2 psych teachers there, or a lot of schools only have 1 or 2. If you're very lucky, there might be 3 or 4 in some of the really big schools, as opposed to, maths teachers or English teachers, and you can have, 10 or more at schools there. So obviously the likelihood for getting an English position is going to be greater than the likelihood for getting a psychology position. That said, with the new study design coming in, you guys are the only ones that know how to teach it. All of the other teachers with the new study design are very busy getting their heads around trying to cover the Year 11 course and teach the new course. And they'll be spending a hell of a lot of their time on the summer break putting together resources and trying to get their heads around the Year 12 course. To have a graduate who's got a resource booklet and some lesson plans already prepared for that new curriculum puts you at a great advantage. So they'll be a lot more willing, they will be a lot more willing to hire graduates for those teaching positions this year. They all come up in about September. So we'll be looking at making the most of your practicum, and then the third thing related to that is applying for jobs. And look, we are preparing quite early, but they will all start being advertised mainly in about September. And also, I'll be looking at what websites to go to apply for jobs. I'm not sure if other lecturers have covered that with you, and I apologise if they do, because I'll be repeating what they've told you, but we'll be looking at all of those websites, how to apply, and particularly looking at whether you're applying for public, independent schools or Catholic schools, what to play up in that cover letter. And that links back to what we're talking about in the first part of this lecture and workshop, which is values education, because every school has a slightly different emphasis on values education. And that's something that you really need to consider, and it's something I'm actually going to ask you in the workbook. It's about how much exposure you have theoretically to the idea of values education during your university student experience. You know, how many units actually cover that stuff, because how prepared are you going into a school to teach well-being or to teach academic excellence? You know, all of these things are part of, sometimes part of their hidden curriculum and it's implicit within the culture of the school, and other times it's very explicit and they run pastoral care programs on well-being and mentoring or all those sorts of things in values education. Those are the things you really want to take note of on your teaching round. What is the values education of this school? Because that is what you want to emphasize in your cover letter, not just that you can teach psychology and English or psychology and maths or whatever it is, but that you are passionate about values education. So we're going to go into a little bit of an exploration with that. And with that, I want to say again, thank you for this semester. Thank you for being so patient. And thank you for your support. And good luck. Good luck with the rest of the semester. I will let you know when I know who and when this replacement gets hired for next semester to teach you guys. Until then, I'm still very much available up until the end of the semester to be in contact with. Should you have any issues on your teaching rounds, or just wish to have some advice, maybe you've got a lesson tomorrow and you've completely out of ideas, but you've been thrown this lesson on the brain or whatever it is, I'm happy for you to send me an email or a text and just let me know that you're struggling and ask for some ideas. So with that, congratulations on finishing the semester. All of those booklets, I am working through the collaborative work booklets. Remember, if you haven't submitted some, they do count as attendance, and I don't want to have to send you an email saying, look, you actually haven't attended enough classes, because that's going to be a real issue. So if you are behind on a couple, make sure you get them through to me this week or next week, because once you're out on teaching rounds, you'll be flat out. And for those who are doing exams, you'll be flat out studying. So try and get it all done now. Okay, thank you very much, and good luck, everyone. And I wish you well on your journey into the profession. Bye.